I think that's Mandarin pied. What's up, snake fans? Dave Palumbo here for Muscle Serpents Daily. And today we're going to be looking at another clutch that hatched out in the incubator. What a good one this one potentially has to be. Some good stuff, some not so good stuff, but we're going to take a look at it. It was a pastel Mandarin female that was double het for albino and pied. Now, I wanted to make Mandarin pieds, but I said, you know what? Why not try for albino Mandarin pieds? You know, I had an albino pied male that I love, and he's a great breeder, so I bred him to this pastel Mandarin double het albino pied. Originally, I bred the albino pied to a pastel Mandarin, and I produced the double het, so I actually produced all females. And so I had to grow them up, but there was one female in 18 months or 20 months. She was breeding, and she produced a clutch of eggs. So we got 4 eggs, and we're gonna take a look at those in a minute and see what we got. Because I'm super excited. I love the Mandarin project, and I know a lot of you guys are excited about the Mandarin project out there as well. And we're gonna see what we got. So without further ado, let's go into the snake room. All right, my little albino splotch. Nelson's milk snake. This little female. She ate a nice little pinky yesterday. So she's doing good. She wasn't eating right off the bat when I first got her, but now she seems to be eating. And very cool. So this is the albino Nelson's plus the splotch gene. I don't want to freak her out too much, but she's looking really nice. I just had to show you this colors on this thing is crazy. Imagine a boa would look like that. Oh, mackerel. All right, here's my T-positive Nelson's milk snake. This is a T-positive albino. The other one was a T-negative albino. And he's het splotch. And I think I told you this before, the T-positive and T-negative are actually allelic to each other in Nelson's milk snake. So if you breed them together, you can kind of produce either one, which is kind of cool. Gives you a lot of variability. I think these are just, I can't even believe the colors in these milk. I never thought I would want milk snakes. They're just like amazing. I'm a color guy, you know. I'm an artist. I like to expand my palette, you know. This guy doesn't want, I'm gonna leave him alone. There he is. He's trying to chill out and digest his food. All right, there's my beautiful, beautiful albino pied male. That was the father of that clutch, and he's one of my favorite snakes. You know, when I first bought him, these albino pieds were really expensive. They were I think it was like $2,500, and I loved the combination of albino and pied. I just thought it was just awesome. And you know what? Even as an adult, they still look really amazing. It still holds up really nice. And I always said, you know what? When I started getting into the Mandarin project, I really wanted to produce Mandarin albinos. I said, you know what? Why don't I just go for a Mandarin albino pieds? You know, that's like, you're gonna go for it, you might as well go for it, right? So that's why I decided to do this. So I had bred this male to a Mandarin female. I produced actually 4 females. All of them seem to be Mandarins with some other genes in them, and then they were all double het for albino pied. No males in that. So I said, you know what, I'll just save those 4 females and I'll breed them to this guy, the father, when they get old enough. And so this first female was the only one that went, and so now I'm breeding him to some of the sisters because they're a little older now and they're a little bigger. Just, it was only one really came up the size, you know, to the point where I could actually breed her. So good job, Papa. We didn't get any albinos, but everything's het albino, so I'll take that. So this is our pastel Mandarin double het albino pied female. She did great. She's not big. She's this small little girl, but that's okay because she did her job. She's only 2 years old. She just turned 2 last month. And she pretty much had her clutch of eggs probably when she was about 18 months or maybe 19, 20 months old. And she proved that. I knew she was pastel Mandarin. You can just tell. You can see the Mandarin saturation with the pastel there. It's almost like gold flaking she's got in her. You can see all that. And she had 4 eggs that went the distance. They hatched, and we got some good results from her. So we're gonna take a look at those, and I'm pretty happy. We've been talking about Mandarin a lot I think Mandarin, and a lot of people have been reaching out to me for Mandarin stuff. I have a lot of Mandarin stuff that some of it's up for on Morph Market, and some of the stuff is well aged, meaning that it's ready to breed already. And I have a lot of Mandarin stuff I haven't put up either. So some good future projects with Mandarin. I'm really excited. And this girl has some sisters that are going to be bred this year that just were not big enough last year, and hopefully we'll get some more potential to try to hit that albino Mandarin pied. And at some point, I'd like to produce a super Mandarin albino pied, but that's down the road, of course. We got another clutch that just hatched out. Pastel Mandarin, double het albino pied, bred to an albino pied male. And we got no albinos, but we did hit 2 pieds. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, one of them might be a Mandarin pied, but I don't know how to even identify it. This one does not look like a regular pied. It's definitely not pastel pied because the head is not erased. I think that's Mandarin pied. I really do. I'm not, like I said, I'm not that experienced. I haven't produced a Mandarin pied yet. I'll have to do some research online to see if I can see anyone else. But if you look at this pied kind of looks almost normalish, like a normal pied would. And then this one has like just more red saturation, orange saturation, and it's got the weird like dorsal-y aspect of it. I don't know, it just doesn't look like a typical pied. This one looks more piedish, I think. Although this one also has some really light areas in the tail area, which I don't know. I gotta really, I gotta wait till these guys shed out to really maybe make an informed decision on what this is. I think this one is going to be to prove out to be Mandarin pied, but could be wrong. This looks like pastel Mandarin to me right here, and they would be. All of them are going to be. The great thing is everything is if it's not albino or pied, it's het for albino or pied because the male was albino pied. So we got one that went under the sponges here. That one could be also pastel Mandarin pied possibly. So this one definitely looks pastel Mandarin pied, which is great because if they're also double hets, that's going to give us another chance. And these will both be het albino, which is kind of cool. So I was trying to hit the Mandarin albino pied, obviously didn't work, but I think we hit the Mandarin pied, which is probably just as cool. And this is 100% het albino, so that's phenomenal. So I don't know if this is a male or female. I haven't sexed it, but we'll have to check it. I'm going to wait till these guys shed out, and then I'll check their sexes. So I think that was, it worked well. I got these females to breed pretty quickly, and we're almost there, I guess. I got a couple more shots. I have a couple more females that are Mandarin double het albino pieds. They didn't go this past year, but hopefully they'll go this coming season. All right, we're going to revisit this clutch again. We saw it yesterday, and I wanted to pull it up again today. And once again, this is our pastel Mandarin double het albino pied, bred to an albino pied. And I showed this pied to my friend Miguel from Always Evolving Pythons. And Miguel, who has produced Mandarin pied, says, yes, this is a Mandarin pied. Mandarin pieds have very dark heads, he said. So in fact, probably both of these are Mandarin pieds. They have those very dark heads, and you can tell they have the oranges in here. Miguel's looked exactly like this one with those in the dorsal area, these little yellow areas. You can see all the red saturation in here. So these are probably both albino Mandarin pieds that are het albino. Because remember, everything in this clutch is going to be het albino. Anything that's not pied is het pied as well. So this is probably Mandarin pied right here. This is probably Mandarin. That's double het albino pied. This one could be Mandarin double het albino pied too, potentially. I wonder if this might be pastel Mandarin double het albino pied. We'll see once they shed, but yeah, these guys definitely Mandarin pieds. That's very happy with that. Very, very happy. because I thought I had bad luck originally when I first saw them because I didn't see anything albino in here. I did see pie. I saw one pie. The second pie came out really late. So if these are both Mandarin pies, then we did very good on this litter. I had this incredible box that was wrapped. It took me, I can't even tell you how long it took me to get this plastic off of it. And then I see rep the block and I couldn't figure out, and then it was kind of wet. I'm like trying to figure out what was this that I ordered? Because I'm always ordering something, right? And as I opened it up, I realized, oh, it's my Dragon Hatch trays from Gavin. Gavin sent these things over to me. I ordered them from UK, sent them over. I love these so much that I needed more because I don't have enough. You know, I only had enough to I think I had like 10 or 12 of them or maybe 15. I don't remember what he sent me last time, but I didn't have enough. Pablo wants some, and I should have ordered even more. So I got a whole, this should hold me over, I think, through the whole season, this coming season. I just love them. I do my sponge. I still do the sponges on the bottom. Instead of putting the light grading, I put this right in here. You guys have seen me do it, and I put the eggs right in here. These things are amazing. And thanks so much for facilitating that for me. I highly recommend, if you guys are looking for something to put into your egg box at a reasonable cost that looks good, works, and is functional. And like I said, you can literally, you want to put hatch right in there or whatever, you know, vermiculite, you can put these on top of that. You can put them on top of wet sponges like I do. It doesn't matter, but these things are just awesome. Obviously, you can't jam more than 10 eggs in here, but that's okay. You really probably shouldn't put more than 10 eggs in an egg box anyway. And they fit right into my little Sterilite egg boxes. So I'm very, very happy with these. And I will continue to use them until someone comes out with something better. I don't think there is anything better, to be honest with you, though. These are awesome. All right, guys, that's going to do it for today here at Palumbo's Pythons and Boas. And I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. And thank you to Miguel from Always Evolving Pythons for helping me ID those Mandarin pies. I really didn't know exactly what to look for, but he said dark heads, and of course you can see the reds in them, and that's a tip off right there. And when he sent me his pictures of his, I'll even put them up, you can see clearly they looked exactly the same. So Mandarin pie that are het albino. Good stuff for the future. Plus we have 3 other females that hopefully this year might get up to size and then breed as well. So we might, after all, hit that Mandarin albino pie at some point in the future. That is the goal. And I hope I get to do it before the end of next year. All right, guys, if you like what you're seeing, you know what to do. Hit that subscribe button, turn on those notifications, hit that like button. I'll see you back tomorrow morning.